Hey guys, so I'm here again with another lesson plan, and this time is for the technology and science integrated subjects lesson plan. Um, Also, this video is for educational purposes only. This is for my university class. So, yeah. Um, so today, integrated science lesson plan, and we're going to talk about Earth. Um, and just the natural events that we get on a daily basis. So to start off, I'm gonna start off with a quote of the day, just to get the kids motivated and inspired. So the quote is, "Whatever you are, wherever you are, no matter the weather, always bring your own sunshine." And the TEKS is Science 1.2a and Tech 1.3b. And then it's science for the science of scientific investigation and reasoning. The student develops abilities to ask questions and seek answers in classroom. And outdoor investigation, the student is expected to ask questions about organisms and events observed in the natural world. Tech is 1.3b. Research and information fluency, the student requires and evaluates digital content. The student is expected to use research skills to build a knowledge base regarding a topic, task, or assignment. And the objective is, by the end of this lesson, first grade students will develop background knowledge about nature and ask questions about the natural world using online resources and anchor charts with 100% accuracy in 5 days. Introductions is the engaging questions to ask the students, what are organisms, name different types of weather, what are natural disasters, and what are seasons. And to start off, with the kids is to do a YouTube video called Nature Song. If you guys want to look that up on your own time, but this is a song, very simple.
Let's take a walk in the forest. Walking in the forest, walking in the forest. We're not afraid, we're not afraid. Walking in the forest, walking in the forest. We're not afraid, we're not afraid.
And it goes on for 4 minutes and 11 seconds.
Let's take a walk in the
Okay, and then kind of get them, started with organisms. What are organisms? An organism is any living thing. It is easy to recognize a living thing, but not easy to define it. Animals and plants are organisms, obviously. Organisms are abiotic or living part of the environment. Rocks and sunshine are part of the non-living environment. And this is kind of a picture reference for them to, analyze and identify, the different types of organisms. We got fish, we got bees, we got bird, we got insects, coral reef, and plants. And then go into the natural disasters. Just the most common ones, like flood, earthquake, hurricane, tsunamis, and volcano eruptions. And then before, we kind of get into the experiment, have the kids create a wheel. Basically, you have the kids, kind of cut this small wheel and have this big wheel, and it's a little flap. And basically, it has the definition of each of the natural disasters. So you got volcano, the mountain with a event through which lava may flow. And then, it's not mirrored, so it's kind of confusing. You got earthquakes. is it is shaking of the Earth's surface. And then tsunami is a series of massive waves. Hurricane is an intense tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain. And then lastly, tornado is a violent storm that extends from the clouds to the ground in a funnel shape. So the kids would do this, in class, and have them, glue this into their journals as reference or as an anchor chart, just in case, whether you go back and you can go back to a journal and look at it. And then we're gonna do a small experiment called the tornado experiment. You need a water bottle, dish soap, and water. And I know many of us have done this, just because, but you get a water bottle and you kind of like do circular motions to create a funnel. And that kind of shows kids, what a tornado is. And then outside investigations. This is for the organism section. Basically, the students will, take their journals outside, and they will have to name a couple of animals, insects, and plants that they may see, during recess. Or I'll take them outside during class period and ask them, kids, make sure, you have your detective magnifying glass on, because you'll be identifying and looking for animals, plants, and insects, and kind of label them and kind of try to name them, just to get them, for them to demonstrate and analyze the different living organisms. And then kind of go into what are seasons. This is the most basic definitions I can find that can be simple to kids to understand. Seasons are four different times during the year with different types of weather. The four seasons are called spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Seasons change throughout the year because of the way the Earth moves. The Earth orbits or travels around the sun. As it orbits, it spins on its own axis too. And I know I should probably include the, why is the Earth's on its axis, kind of lesson, and why is it important. I think I kind of will do that on a different kind of lesson plan to focus, basically on, space, why Earth and the sun and the moon spin around, each other, and why do we have seasons? I think that's kind of for a different lesson. So this is just kind of a basic introduction of what are seasons, and why Earth orbits around the sun and why it spins on its own axis. And this is another YouTube video for kids, kind of just go a little bit more into depth of what are seasons.
English Sing Sing.
4 seasons.
Spring. Warm. Warm. Spring is warm.
And that goes on for 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes. And then this is the vocabulary. We got natural disaster, hurricane, tornadoes, volcanoes, floods, organism, animal, plants, seasons, winter, summer, spring, and fall. And this is where their research comes in. They will need to go online and try to not get the same definition that I got, but try to find definitions from the internet and put them into their journal. This is where, their research skills, their computer skills come into play. Have the students, research definitions for their vocabulary. And then for the exit ticket, it would be for them to name name one natural disaster, one seasons, and one organism. Just to see, get a basic assessment of where they are in the science team. And then homework, finish the mystery color sheet as homework to reveal the hidden image. So I found a color worksheet, and basically you need to color, the little, it's color kind of like color by the number kind of deal, but it's with letters. And you have to color, the letter based, what color you need to do. For example, A has to be blue, or B green, or so on and so forth. So when they color it, it will reveal a hidden image. It kind of relates to like Earth Day, like the most important, holiday, Earth Day. So it kind of relates to that. And I think it will be fun for them to, color and, not in time, get them to like, distress and like, take on, all the information they have gained during this lesson to kind of get them cooled down and everything. So, yeah. That is my lesson plan for technology and science integrated subject. I know I may be missing some things, but I'm still kind of working on creating a lesson plan, kind of still getting used to it and trying to, get my creative ideas flowing. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And like I said, this is for educational purposes only for my university. So I appreciate you guys, sticked around this long. But once again, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.